Arjun was a young man full of dreams. He wanted to achieve something big in life, something that would make him proud and respected. Every morning, he woke up with excitement, thinking about the future he imagined for himself. But as the days passed, he found himself trapped in the same routine. He would wake up late, scroll through social media, watch videos for hours, and tell himself that he would start working on his dreams tomorrow. This tomorrow never came, and slowly, frustration began to grow inside him. He started comparing himself with his friends and classmates, noticing how they were moving forward while he stayed in the same place. Every night, he felt guilt and regret, asking himself why he could not seem to do what others did so easily. Arjun was talented. He had ideas, creativity, and intelligence, but none of these seemed to matter. Every time he tried to start a project or a plan, he would lose focus within a few minutes. He blamed himself, blaming the world, and even blamed fate for not being lucky. He felt trapped in a cycle of inaction and disappointment. The more he waited for the right time, the more he wasted the time he already had. Deep down, he knew something was missing, but he could not identify it. He felt lost, and the excitement he once had for life was slowly disappearing. One evening, feeling particularly low, Arjun met an old mentor in a small park near his home. The mentor was calm, confident, and seemed to know something about life that Arjun did not. The mentor asked him a simple question: "Why are you not moving forward?" Arjun thought for a moment and replied, "I don't know. I try, but it never works." The mentor smiled and said, "The problem is not in your ability or your luck. The problem is in your discipline. You have ideas, dreams, and potential, but without daily action, nothing will ever happen." At first, Arjun did not understand. He thought discipline meant waking up early or following a strict routine. But the mentor explained, discipline is not punishment. It is the magic that turns small actions into big results. Every day, if you do a little for your dreams, consistently, in months and years, you will see transformation. These words stayed in Arjun's mind. For the first time, he realized that all his failures were not because he lacked talent but because he lacked a simple habit: consistency. That night, Arjun reflected on his life. He thought about all the hours he had wasted scrolling on his phone, watching others succeed while he did nothing. He felt a sharp pain of regret but also a small spark of hope. He could see the problem clearly now, and for the first time, he felt the possibility of change. He decided that tomorrow would not be like yesterday. He promised himself that he would start small, but he would start. The journey of discipline was about to begin. The conflict of his unfocused life had been exposed, and the stage was set for transformation. The next morning, Arjun woke up early, feeling a strange mix of excitement and nervousness. He remembered the mentor's words about discipline being the magic that transforms small actions into big results. At first, it was difficult. Every habit he had formed over years tried to pull him back. The phone buzzed, tempting him to scroll, his bed felt too comfortable to leave, and his old excuses whispered, "Just relax today." But Arjun resisted. He started small, committing to just 30 minutes of focused work on his goals. This small step, simple as it seemed, felt like a victory. Days turned into weeks. Arjun faced challenges and moments of doubt. Sometimes he would fail to follow his plan, sometimes he felt tired, and sometimes he felt that progress was invisible. But each time he felt discouraged, he remembered the mentor's advice: discipline is not about perfection. It is about showing up, even when it is hard. Slowly, the daily practice became a habit. Arjun noticed subtle changes: his mind became sharper, his confidence grew, and tasks that once seemed impossible now felt manageable. The small steps were adding up. The emotional shift in Arjun's life was powerful. The guilt and regret he used to feel were replaced with pride and hope. He began to see results from his work, not immediately, but steadily. His projects started moving forward, ideas became actioned, and his friends and colleagues began noticing the change in him. Arjun realized that discipline was not a burden, but freedom. Freedom from procrastination, freedom from excuses, and freedom from the constant frustration of unfulfilled dreams. The very magic of discipline that had seemed mysterious was now visible in his life. One day, Arjun returned to the park to meet the mentor. He shared his progress, his small victories, and how consistent action had changed his life. The mentor smiled and said, "You see, Arjun, discipline turns ordinary people into extraordinary ones. Talent without discipline is wasted, but discipline multiplies everything you have." Arjun felt a deep sense of fulfillment. He understood that the journey was ongoing, but the path was clear. Discipline had given him control over his life, and with it, hope and purpose. By the end of the year, Arjun's life was transformed. He achieved milestones he once only dreamed of. More importantly, he gained confidence in himself and a belief that no goal was too big if approached with steady action. He started sharing his experience with others, inspiring friends and family to embrace discipline in their own lives. The moral of his story became simple and clear: greatness does not come from luck or talent alone, it comes from consistent effort and self-discipline. Every small, disciplined step builds a future that once seemed impossible. Arjun's journey proved that change is always possible, and today, viewers are inspired to start their own path, one small action at a time.